So I am reviving the Let's Make a Metal Record video series, or making a metal record. Whatever the fuck I called it, I don't fucking remember. We're like 10 seconds into this and I'm already cussing. People are gonna get so pissed. I apologize in advance because there's gonna be more of that. Anyway, the Let's Make a Metal Record series was a thing that I started a couple of years ago. It's kind of like when I first started making videos on YouTube, and it was just kind of like, let's make some videos about something that I'm into, and then I'm into making metal records, so that's what I did. But then I kind of failed because I got like halfway through it, and then I started getting busy with like client projects and stuff, and then, I started getting bored with that video series, so then I scaled it way back to just 2 songs, and kind of technically I made it through the series or whatever, but there were like 10 other songs that were kind of like halfway-ish done that I just kind of abandoned, more or less, and I want to finish that shit, so I'm picking up this video series again. A lot of stuff's changed. A lot of stuff's changed since I started that. I mean, the world is fucking crazy right now, right? I mean, fuck, shit's fucking nuts, dude. So that's one thing. I'm kind of motivated. Like, whenever stuff gets weird in the world, it makes me kind of want to do creative shit, I guess. So I'm like, dude, I've got like 10 halfway finished songs. Let's wrap those fuckers up. But then also, I got a fucking electronic drum kit. You may have seen a video about that recently. I'm pretty stoked about it. So like, that was part of the catalyst for reviving this video series, because I was like, hey, I've got like, a bunch of songs that have a bunch of crazy drum patterns that would be fun to learn. So I started fucking around with that, and I started having a lot of fun, and I'm like, dude, fuck programming drums, that's boring. I mean, I know I already pretty much did it for a full fucking album, but let's try actually like learning to play these. So that's kind of where I'm at. Things are really rough. I'm probably gonna have some like video clips of me trying to play these parts. I'm still shaking off the rust from, I was a drummer a long time ago. I guess I'm kind of a multi-instrumentalist, I guess you could say. A lot of people who know me from YouTube might think that I'm like a guitar guy. I'm not. I guess I'm a guitar player because I play guitars. I have guitars. But I am not. I use guitars to make music. And that's kind of how I feel about everything. I'm not a guitarist. I play guitar. I'm not a vocalist, but I make noises with my voice, and I record them in an effort to make songs. And that's kind of how I am with drums. I used to play drums live in a couple of my older bands, but that was kind of like a necessity thing where it's like, you know how drummers are, they can get kind of flaky. So I just stepped up and I was like, fuck it, I'll do it. And lo and behold, drums are the most fun instrument to play. Anybody who plays drums, you know what I'm talking about. They're a lot of fun. So that's kind of how I started playing drums back in the day. And then a bunch of years later, I finally got an electronic drum kit, so I don't really bother the neighbors too much, but I can fuck around with stuff. So these unfinished songs, like, I pretty much have all of the drums are pretty much programmed for them already, but they're really, I mean, I kind of knew it when I was programming the parts. Like, a lot of the parts would sound very, not unrealistic, but like, oh, try to get a real drummer to play that. And this is part of me being like, all right, bring it on. I will fucking play these parts. And they're not really that fucking hard. I mean, they're hard for me because, like I said, I'm not really a real drummer. But they're definitely possible. I'm getting there. So that's a big part of my motivation is I want to learn these drum parts and like actually record them. I'm still going to be using drum samples, you know, so like the sound isn't going to change too much, you know, relative to what it was going to be before, but it's going to be a real human performance. I mean, I'm probably still going to edit stuff a little bit. We'll see how, you know, how good I can get at playing these parts. But I'm not going to try to be some sort of hero. That being said, I am so fucking tired of everything being fake and, you know, all this AI music bullshit. I mean, it's really fucking disheartening when I like to watch music videos. That's like my favorite thing to do on YouTube is like, ooh, here's a band I've never heard of. Let's check out this music video. And every once in a while you see something where it's like, oh, this is fucking AI as fuck. There's no way that this unknown band has a budget that would allow them to, you know, then you see like the guitarist isn't even playing anything remotely close to what you're hearing. Generally, that's okay in a music video because a lot of times video editors aren't musicians and they just have no fucking clue what they're editing. But when all of the shots are like that, you go, okay, this is AI. And then you start listening and it's like, oh yeah, it's definitely AI music. And then you see in the comments all these people saying that they're just fucking losing their shit on how fucking awesome this band is and, you know, how it speaks to their fucking soul or whatever. That kind of shit pisses me off. I'm sorry. I've been making music for a long fucking time. So when I see, you know, fake shit, fooling people, I mean, I'm guess, you know, some people probably don't really care if it's AI or not, but, that kind of shit pisses me off and it just makes me want to be like, hold my beer. So now I'm like going from, you know, playing guitars and doing vocals and, you know, I'm playing bass too, but all my drums were programmed on this record that I've been working on. And now I'm like, well, fuck, now everything's like, might be kind of fake. So I'm trying to go the other way. And granted, I'm not using acoustic drums because that would require me building another building in my backyard. That's going to take a while. I don't want to wait that fucking long. I want to work on this album now, maybe have it out within a year or two. So I'm still using MIDI for drums. I'm still using, you know, Superior Drummer 3 most likely. That's probably what I'm going to be using on this. But I want to play the fucking parts. Like it's going to be a human playing the parts with minimal editing. If I can get away with no editing, then fuck yeah, but I'm a little bit more realistic. I'm not a super badass drummer, and a lot of these drum parts are pretty fucking intricate for a non-drummer. So, trying to be realistic. I'm probably going to edit stuff here and there, but that's another reason why I'm bringing this video series back is because I want to, like, you know, show the receipts, so to speak. And it's kind of like a personal project where, like, I don't really care if other people like it or not. I just want to make the music that I want to exist, and I want to show that I made it. You know, like it's one of those, like, you know, if it's the last thing I do, I'm gonna finish this fucking album. That's kind of where I'm coming from on this. But I want to show that a real human actually created all of this. So we're kind of picking up where things left off. I think in about episode 8 in the series, I think is where I kind of changed directions, and then I started focusing on just 2 songs. So I'm kind of rewinding a little bit. I'm going to keep all that stuff up. I'm not going to remove any of that. I feel like it's still valid and everything, but like I'm kind of going back to that point. Those first 2 songs that I've, you know, finished in that original series, I'm going to revamp those because I want to play actual drums on them. And things are going to be a little bit different. In that original series, a lot of it was kind of, you know, it was meant to be like a follow along, like a Bob Ross sort of thing. Like, hey, let's make a metal record together. You make your shit, I make my shit. We'll make stuff. It's still going to be kind of like that, but it's going to be a little bit more like a journal sort of thing, where it's just, you know, I'm just documenting the process. And I want it to be less of like a, you know, internet tutorial where it's... this is another motivator for me. There's just so much fucking bullshit online. Like, everything seems to be, like, have some sort of ulterior motive. Like, I'm going to show you how to do this thing. By the way, buy this product that I have, or like, you know, join some sort of community. I'm never going to do that. I don't really give a fuck about building a huge audience. This is literally, like, this is for me. I want to document my process and just have it out there. But I'm not trying to, you know, get a bunch of fucking clicks or anything. I'm not going to do any of that clickbait bullshit, or like, are you doing this one mistake? You're fucking up your whole life. Don't do it like that. Click on my video and then, like, make me some fucking money. Fuck that shit. Like, I'll probably have some of this on YouTube, but to be honest, most of it's going to be on my Patreon thing, on the free tier, so you don't have to, like, pay money or anything, but a lot of this stuff's just not going to be YouTube friendly because it's going to be long. I like to ramble, as you can probably guess. I'm like way off course already. YouTube doesn't like that. The general public doesn't like that. So I like to keep YouTube kind of separate. That's like, you know, going to the mall or something and trying to, like, talk to strangers or whatever. Patreon feels more like a captive audience because I'm only trying to talk to, like, a little group, right? I'm not, hey, internet, fucking come look at me. Like, I don't give a fuck, dude. I've never been like that. I don't care about, you know, being, you know, fucking famous or whatever. I just want to have my own little corner of the internet. I don't really want to put all of this stuff just, like, out there in public. Because I'm just jamming, man. I'm not trying to, like I said, I'm not trying to build some crazy thing. I'm not really trying to gain really any. I just want to finish this fucking record, and I feel like some people were interested in the series before, and those same people might be interested in the continuation of this. So that's my main thing. That's what I wanted to say, I guess. I had some notes, but I'm not even using those. Later on, I'll probably remember that I should have said some other shit, but... Oh, one thing I wanted to mention, kind of like what I was saying before, it's not just going to be a super technical tutorial about how to, like, do all the technical shit, like, you know, how to capture things and how to mix everything. I want to treat this as, you know, like, this is a solo project, and there's a lot of things that kind of go along with that as far as, like, the mental side of things, trying to keep things going when you're only one person, and like how things develop and different setbacks that you might encounter. So I want to kind of just, it's going to be kind of like a journal, and I'm gonna take you along for the ride with that. So I changed DAWs a couple years back. That's another reason that I nearly abandoned this album, because I started it when I was using Cubase, and then I switched to Studio One. I dabbled with Logic for a minute there. That's why there's some of those last few episodes of the video series. I think I mixed those first two songs in Logic, but then I ended up just like, you know, this isn't right for me. So I moved to Studio One, and that's been my home for the last couple years. So then the album project was kind of stuck in Cubase, and then I had to export everything and bring it into Studio One. So that's basically where we're at now. Things are very loose, not really mixed at all. Basically, it's kind of a mess. I just kind of got it clean enough to where I can kind of jam around on the drums and everything, but I've got a lot of work to do. Basically, like the first two songs, like, I was pretty much like, you know, these are done, but I kind of want to change up the drums a little bit now that I can actually write parts on an actual kit. So I'll probably be revisiting the drums a little bit on those two, But the rest of the songs are just what I would consider like super rough demos. Like I don't really have vocal parts or anything. Like I've got some ideas, but they're mostly just kind of like loose structures. There's some guitar riffs and everything, but they're they're kind of like prototypes. So that's kind of where I'm at in the project. It's going to take me a while to get things to like any sort of halfway finished state, just because, like I said earlier, I'm not really a drummer. I can play drums, but there's a lot of crazy fucking patterns in this on these songs, and it's like that's like one of the main reasons I want to play actual drums on these. But it's also the reason why it's going to take a while to get things down. So I'll probably be kind of bouncing around, like, practicing the drum parts, writing new drum part ideas, and then kind of bouncing over to guitars and vocals and other instruments and kind of developing everything together. And the drums might be one of the last things I end up recording, just because I have a lot of practicing to do. So that's basically where the project is at this moment. So yeah, we are... We're going. We're doing it. Making a metal record. We're fucking... I don't even know what episode. I think this would be episode 17. So it's going to take a while because I got to learn those drums, but I'm going to bring you along with me if you're interested. You can find me at fedtothevoid.com. Sign up, and then you will get these whenever I make these. They'll be in your email. You don't really have to do anything else. It's going to be free. I'm not going to charge anything for this. The only reason I'm asking people to sign up and I'm not just putting everything on YouTube is, like I said before, it's probably just going to be too nerdy for, most of the YouTube crowd. And whenever I post things on YouTube, it's really hard to get away from like, how should I title this? You get kind of caught up in stupid YouTube games and, how's the algorithm going to treat this? Like, I don't really give a fuck. Patreon doesn't really have the algorithm bullshit, so that's why I'm doing everything there. So if you're interested, it's at fedtothevoid.com. If you don't want to sign up, I'll do occasional updates on YouTube, but they're going to be kind of just shorter and a little bit more sporadic. So that's about it. I wanted to give you that update. So yeah. I don't know how to fucking end the video. All right, see you later. So that probably looks like I fucking smashed something. I didn't. That's just my hands are so dry that they cracked because I don't do hand lotion as much as I should. It's really cold and dry in here, even though I'm sweating because I'm drumming. So yeah, that happens sometimes. I just make a fist and then the skin splits and then blood. And now I have blood on my drum kit, so that sucks. But I don't want to quit jamming, so let's keep going. I'll figure out how to get that shit off later.